Hey, Mia. What the heck do you think you're doing, huh? Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you can skip out on chores. Stop using pregnancy as an excuse. Honestly, I've had enough of your laziness already. Where the heck did you run off to? God, I'm so tired of dealing with your behavior these days. What about my dinner, huh? What about getting my chores ironed for tomorrow? Why is the house not cleaned up yet? Are you going to explain yourself?
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm really sorry. Please let me explain what happened. I was on my way back from grocery shopping, but I started to get really bad cramps. I went to Alex's house to rest. I'm sorry, I really can't move that much right now.
Alex? Who's that? Oh, wait, you're talking about your little sister, right?
Yeah, her place is on the way back from the supermarket. She got an apartment and moved in a few months ago by herself. It's nice having her close by, actually. I'm glad she was there. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I would have done.
Honestly, I don't really think having her around is a good idea. Sure, it may seem nice on the surface, but deep down you'll be dealing with other issues. You'll start to think that you can rely on your own family all the time. But you're an adult. You can't go crying to them every time something bad happens to you. I know you guys don't have your parents around, but it's kinda annoying you two hang around each other all the time. I don't want her coming around here. I don't really want you going over there either, for that matter.
What the heck? Why would you say something like that to me? You know that I don't have my parents anymore. Alex is the closest relative I have left. Of course I would go to her if I need help. Isn't that what family is all about? And plus, you knew about all of this before marrying me. I don't understand why Alex is all of a sudden an annoyance for you. She's never done anything to hurt you, so please don't say such awful things about her. It really hurts my feelings whenever you talk like that.
Alright, whatever makes you happy. I don't even know why you're getting all worked up over this. Can't a man express his own opinion once in a while? Either way, hurry up and come back home already. I'm starving and tired. Seriously, I want to eat already. I'm craving something hearty tonight for dinner. Can you make some meat and potatoes for me? I'm so hungry my stomach even hurts now. And what the heck is up with the laundry? You hung it up to dry but didn't take it down? God, that's why this house looks messy all the time. Can't even do the chores properly. Make sure you take it down and then iron it properly this time. How am I supposed to put food on the table for the both of us if I show up to work looking like I slept in my suit? You're a housewife. Don't forget that. It's not like you have a lot of work to do anyways. There's absolutely no reason why the house should ever be dirty. Do you hear me? Come home immediately. I'm waiting for you.
Hey, Tony. Where are you? It's pretty late already. Did your boss tell you to stay overtime? How long will you be?
What the heck do you want from me this time?
Have you forgotten that I'm in my last month of pregnancy? The baby could arrive at any moment. I just wish you would be able to come back home a bit earlier. It's scary if something happens and I'm all alone. I won't be able to do anything.
And so what? Is that why you've been so lazy with doing chores lately? Because it's not even close to a valid excuse. You should still be doing your part of the work as a member of this household.
I'm afraid that if I move around too much, it'll negatively affect the baby. I can't really bend down and move around like I used to. I can't lift anything heavy either. At the very least, I was thinking if you could take care of your own stuff. You know, like washing your own clothes or cleaning your own dishes. That would be really helpful.
I knew this conversation was going to lead to this. You're honestly so annoying, you know that? You keep nagging me about this stuff. I can't rest at all around you. Guess I'll eat somewhere else before coming back home then. I'd rather not have to eat while looking at your depressing face anyways. Totally ruins my appetite. A man can't even enjoy his dinner after a long day at work. You know how tired I feel? I don't want to come home to see you moping around. At least it's the weekend tomorrow. I'm gonna call my buddies and go drinking. Seriously need to catch a break from all this work.
What? But what about the baby? What if the baby comes?
But isn't it a good thing for you? That'll save you the trouble of making enough food for 2 people.
That's not even the point, though. I don't care about making your food. I told you hundreds of times that the baby could come at any moment now. I really need you to be around so you can drive me to the hospital. Otherwise, how else am I going to get there? Don't you understand how terrifying it is for me to be alone? Please, can you hold off on drinking for now? We can celebrate lots later, but right now I really want to focus.
Nah, I'm good. I don't really want to stick around just in case. Talk about boring. Well, it's been decided. I'm heading out with my friends, so I won't be back for a while. You do whatever you want. Just don't make the house a mess, alright?
Tony!
Hey, sis. How you holding up? I wanted to check in on you.
Alex. Thanks for asking. I'm just hanging in there. Not much else to say, really. I'm sorry about what happened the other day. You know, when I showed up at your place with no warning. I had an absolutely awful cramp walking back home from the supermarket. I really couldn't take it anymore. It took all of my energy to even walk to your house, even though it was only 3 minutes away.
Don't worry about it. You really don't have to apologize for something like that. Honestly, it wasn't a big deal. I'd rather have you show up at my place with no warning than have you collapse in the street or something from the pain. Plus, you have a spare key. Remember, you can always stop at my place for any reason. I don't mind at all. Always think about your health, okay? Stop whenever you feel like you need to. Don't push yourself.
Thank you, Alex. It really means a lot to me, considering everything that's been going on recently.
But the real problem is Tony. What is he doing during a time like this? I have no idea what that man is thinking. He's going to be a father soon, but he's acting like a child. Does he think being pregnant is that easy? Like you can just get up and do whatever you want? Don't tell me he went out drinking with his friends again because it's the weekend tomorrow. I swear to God, if that's what he did.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened.
I have no words. Seriously, I'm speechless. God, I can't stand him. If anything happens, call me immediately. I'm always here for you, okay, Mia?
Thank you. It means a lot to me. I'm glad I have you around. I wouldn't know what else I would do.
I've been meaning to bring this up, but shouldn't you get a divorce? I mean, let's face it. I know divorce isn't pretty and no one wants to do that. But just look at him. Tony hasn't done anything for you. He's incredibly irresponsible and selfish.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. I don't know how much more I can take.
He's not ready to be a father. Rather, I don't think he should ever be a father. He's not someone that can raise a child. I feel like he would treat his child horribly, just like the way he's treating you right now. At the very least, he would probably leave you to do all the child rearing. And with his love for drinking, I'm especially concerned. I just can't see him being a kind, supportive father and husband at all.
These days, I've definitely been thinking more and more about divorce. And also, there's the other thing that's been bothering me about Tony.
Oh yeah, that thing you asked me for advice about recently? Honestly, with or without that piece of information, I seriously think it's okay to go ahead with the divorce. I don't think you should waste any more time. If you get a divorce, I'll help you with your living expenses. You won't have to deal with everything by yourself.
Alex, that's really sweet of you. You're making me emotional.
We're sisters. I'll never leave you behind for any reason. We only have each other, don't forget. So please don't feel like you're being a burden. You're definitely not. I got your back, and I know you've got mine. Isn't that right?
Thanks, Alex. When the time comes, I'll lean on you for support. And of course, you can always come to me for anything too. I'm the older sister, after all.
Oh my God, would you stop calling me already? You keep blowing up my phone. It's embarrassing. What the hell do you want?
Tony, my water broke.
Huh? Your water broke? Where did it break?
The living room?
Ugh, can you be any more disgusting? Wipe up the floor before you go to the hospital. Don't leave that stuff just sitting there. Damn, that's gross.
That's not important right now. Tony, please come back now. I need the car. I need you to drive me.
Oh, right. How about no?
Why not?
My friend told me that his wife made a complete mess in the car when her water broke. It got all over the seat. I don't want my car to get dirty. I love my car, and it would be a pain to clean up your mess.
Do you even understand what it means to have your water break? Do you know how much difficulty I'm in right now?
Huh? What's the big deal? Isn't it just another way of saying that you peed yourself while being pregnant? I don't see the big deal with it. You just don't have enough willpower to hold it back before you get into the delivery room. Why can't you just hold it in? It can't be that hard. But I figured you would end up having an accident like this. Knowing you, you'd just pee wherever it's convenient for you. Seriously, it grosses me out. That poor living room. I really can't believe you'd go and do that there. There's no way I'm letting you get in the car. I don't want your dirty body sitting on my nice seat and messing up the interior. I'm definitely not letting you do that. Deal with it. You're disgusting, so give birth by yourself. Oh, and by the way, I'm going on a 5-day trip overseas, starting right now. I'm about to board the plane, so I'll talk to you later. Good luck. Hey, Mia. I just got off the plane. Aw, man, my luggage is super heavy. I brought a bunch of stuff back. Dang, it's hard carrying all this stuff with me. My back is actually starting to hurt carrying all this stuff. I brought way too much with me. Oh, by the way, you finished giving birth, right? I hope you also cleaned up the living room. I really don't want to come back home to that mess. Anyways, if you've already delivered the baby, that means you can drive again, yeah? Go get the car and pick me up at the airport. I'm waiting, so hurry up.
Hello, Tony. It's me, Alex. I'm sure you remember me.
Alex? Why do you have Mia's phone?
You refused to accept my friend request previously when I attempted to add you, so I borrowed my sister's phone.
Oh, right. Well, we're not friends, are we? What do you want? Actually, before that, I honestly gotta lay it out for you. You've been getting on my nerves lately.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I mean, I get the fact that your parents are dead and you've got no one else but Mia. I'm sure it's hard. But you do realize that Mia is my wife, right? She belongs to me. The fact that you just had to move all the way over here to be close with Mia really annoys me. I don't need you to try and take care of her. You think a man wants to see someone else take care of his wife? I can handle her, thank you very much. So stay out of our business, you hear me?
Excuse me? What are you saying? I've been living in the same apartment since I moved here for college. It's been a few years already. Are you not aware of this?
Wait, what? You've been living there all this time?
Also, I would like to once again point out the fact that you moved into the apartment that my sister bought with her own money. You make it seem as if you had brought Mia with you to this area and then I came along later, following you two. Stop making up these lies.
Huh? Is that true? That's weird. Huh, I guess I mixed you up with someone else. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, my point still stands. I don't want you to stick your nose in places where it doesn't belong, alright? And you know what else? Mia's gotten really lazy because she knows she can go to you for stuff now. Instead of her taking responsibility and doing what she needs to do, she's pushing it onto other people.
Are you saying that I'm spoiling her? What part of Mia looks spoiled to you?
You let her stay over when she was coming back home from the supermarket, right? She completely forgot to take care of me because of that. Her husband should always come first.
So you expect a pregnant woman to take care of everything in the house? Don't you think that's cruel to her?
See? That's what I'm talking about, right there. You trying to be way too nice to her just ruins everything. Stop spoiling her already. At this rate, she's going to be the laziest wife on earth. It's seriously been causing me such a huge headache. God, just move far away from us already. Seriously, go find another place to live. There's plenty of places in the world.
Let's discuss that later. I'd like to cut straight to the main topic.
The main topic?
Tony, you said that you just landed at the airport, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I see what you're getting at. You want me to go and visit her at the hospital, right? Fine, I'll go and drop by for a visit. Guess that's the decent thing to do. Otherwise, I'd look really bad. Anyways, what hospital is she at?
You don't even know what hospital she gave birth at?
Giving birth is all on her. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It's not like I'm the one who got pregnant.
Is that so?
Just tell me where she is already. I don't really want to waste time going around in circles.
As if anyone wants to see your ugly face here.
What did you just say to me?
Pardon me. It seems like you'll make it in time for the funeral at least.
Wait a second. Funeral? Did you say funeral? Am I getting that right?
It's going to be held at the funeral hall on 1st Street. It starts at 1 p.m.
What are you talking about? You're not being serious right now, are you? Don't tell me. No way. Did she die?
If you don't know the address, then let me know. I will send it to you. Please come immediately.
Hell yeah, let's go. Gonna get that inheritance now.
Inheritance?
Oh yeah, I'll leave the details of the funeral to you. You can handle the ceremony and burial. Just pick whatever you want. I'm good with whatever. Cremation or not, I don't really care. Call me when you guys start talking about the inheritance money, alright? I'll be there. Alright, I think I'll do a bit more traveling before I head home then. I want to take my time. Maybe take a detour or two. Talk to you later. Hey, Alex. I need your help. You still have Mia's phone, right? Please tell me you can see these messages. My key to the house doesn't work for some reason. Do you know what's going on? I've been stuck out here for trying to open this door. Hey, are you there? Come on, answer me already. Why is my dad here? What did you do? Did you tell him something? He showed up out of nowhere and forced me to get in his car. What the hell is going on?
Good afternoon, Tony.
Alex, is that you? What took you so long?
What's the matter?
I was stuck outside trying to open the door, and then all of a sudden, my dad came up from behind and grabbed me by the neck. He dragged me into his car, and I have no idea where I'm going right now.
I see. I just got your father's contact information and told him about the situation. From the looks of it, it seems like he went to go pick you up immediately. Tell him thanks for me.
What do you mean? I don't get what's happening right now. I don't need my dad to come and pick me up.
You're bothering the neighbors by sitting outside a sold house. Don't you think it's a bit impolite to do that? The neighbors don't appreciate all the noise that you've been making. So, of course I had to inform your father about this so he could come and collect you.
Sold? What do you mean, sold? What did you do to my house? I don't care if you're Mia's sister. You can't just do that to someone else's property. Who gave you the right to freaking sell my house?
I have arranged for all of your belongings to be sent back to your parents' home. Don't worry, you'll get everything.
That's not the point. You think I care about the furniture right now? I'm Mia's husband. Do you understand what that means? The inheritance goes over to me, and that includes this house and everything inside of it. And you think you have the right to sell it without my permission? How dare you go behind my back like this? How dare you touch my belongings? My property? I made it very clear that you will contact me as soon as the inheritance discussion begins.
I assume you must have forgotten what we discussed the other day then.
Excuse me.
It is true that if anything were to happen to my sister, you would be the heir to the inheritance.
Exactly. So you admit that you messed with my inheritance.
Excuse me, I'm not done speaking yet. I have much more to say, so please refrain from unnecessary comments.
Unnecessary comments? You think my comments are unnecessary when it was you who did literally the most unnecessary thing in the world by selling my property?
My sister is still alive.
What? She didn't die?
That is correct. I'll tell you what happened after her water broke. Your mother happened to drop by to check in on Mia that day. Luckily, she was able to call an ambulance for her. However, when Mia got to the hospital, it turned out to be a very long and difficult labor. She ended up being hospitalized longer than we expected. But the doctors were able to safely deliver the baby. Mia is also doing well with her recovery.
Are you serious? So her and the kid are alive? But wait a damn second. You told me there was a funeral. That's right. I remember very clearly that you said you were at a funeral. You even told me where the funeral was being held.
That was your grandmother's funeral.
My grandmother?
Don't you remember her? She's been living at the nursing home for quite a while now. She had a very long life and lived until 103 years old.
Why am I hearing about this for the first time? Why didn't anybody tell me that my grandma died?
Your parents sent you several messages on the day you left for your trip. Did you not see any of them?
Messages? What messages are you talking about?
They even called you many times. After you wouldn't pick up the phone, they left you voicemails and text messages. You could have made it on time to the funeral as well. Even though you had already landed at the airport, you decided to skip the funeral.
Are you for real? They called me?
Don't tell me. You still haven't looked at the messages.
I thought those were all annoying messages from Mia. That's why I didn't bother opening them. I turned off my notifications because my phone kept blowing up. I had no idea those were messages from my parents. How was I supposed to know that?
Your idiocy and selfishness never cease to amaze me. Anyways, I'm not done with my story yet. You went overseas with another woman, didn't you?
What? That is a baseless accusation. Where do you get off? What proof do you have of this?
Don't worry, I have plenty of evidence. Would you like me to show you? Mia had suspected you were cheating on her for a while now. She came to me asking for advice. Despite her concerns, she didn't want to go dig up the information herself, knowing it would be too difficult to handle. And so I took it upon myself to do the work for her. It was quite a journey for me, digging up all of your dirty secrets. I've compiled a whole folder of evidence now. It has been, by far, some of the most awful things I've ever had to look at. To think that my poor sister had to deal with your crap for this long. It makes me absolutely livid.
What is going on here? Are you serious? What did I ever do to you? Why are you coming after me like this? Did I ever hurt you or something? I literally have nothing to do with you. We're not related at all. Sure, we might be related by law, but that doesn't mean anything. So why are you all up in my business? Why did so many things happen while I was gone? You stupid, worthless woman.
A lot of things happened. While you were out nonchalantly partying away with not a care in the world, everyone else was going through hell. My sister survived a grueling, long, and difficult labor that left her stuck in the hospital for over a week. Your grandmother passed away without saying goodbye to her grandson. You disgraced her entire family by purposefully skipping out on her funeral, despite being able to make it in time. You've lost everything you care about.
What do you mean I lost everything?
First, let's talk about the inheritance you were so excited about. It doesn't exist. There was never anything to inherit from the beginning.
What do you mean it doesn't exist? Knowing how wealthy your parents were, there must have been some kind of inheritance, right? They definitely had assets. Why would you throw all that money away? Are you out of your mind?
Ah, I see what you're saying. You married my sister knowing that she had wealthy parents. You assumed you would be able to get your hands on some of their money, right?
And what's wrong with that? You need money to live in this world. Everyone needs money. So what if I married Mia because of her parents?
It seems that you heavily misunderstood the story behind our inheritance. All the money and assets are not what you think they were. Our parents simply wanted to appear wealthy. They were not truly wealthy, but would go into great lengths to obtain materialistic things in order to portray a high-class image. It resulted in a huge amount of debt.
What the? So it wasn't real? They were just pretending?
Correct. My parents were those types of people. In other words, there was never anything to inherit. What little estate they actually had all went to paying off their debts and didn't even come close to covering it. Thank God you can't inherit debt, because that would have easily crippled both Mia and me if we were to have inherited it.
Are you serious? I always thought you guys kept everything.
Anyways, moving on. You will be required to pay monthly child support and alimony to Mia from now on.
What? Why should I do that?
Also, the woman you've been seeing doesn't seem to know about your marriage either. But considering how deeply involved you two were, I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up leaving you when she finds out. I'm sure she's going to feel very betrayed.
What do you mean when she finds out? Why would she ever find out?
Because we're going to tell her, stupid. stupid. Keep up. Lastly, you will be required to return every single cent of my sister's savings you spend. We'll be keeping track of everything, so I hope your bookkeeping is in order.
Hang on. Just wait a second. Why are you the one who's telling me all of this? Shouldn't Mia come out and say it directly to me? She's a coward for hiding behind your back. She should be doing all of this herself, not you.
I see that you must have forgotten about my job. I'm speaking as her legal counsel right now.
Legal counsel? You're a lawyer?
I accepted my sister's request and will be going through all the procedures on her behalf. So no, she is not a coward, but simply exercising her rights by obtaining legal counsel.
You've got to be joking. I had no idea you were a lawyer.
Although we are discussing this over text message right now, rest assured we are taking the proper legal steps to handle this situation. You will be formally contacted again, so do not worry. In a few days, I will be visiting you to discuss the next steps. I look forward to our conversation.
I don't know what to say anymore.
I sought nearly $100,000 from Tony in the divorce, a number that he wasn't able to handle at all. When Tony was informed of the total amount, he broke down and wailed so loudly all his neighbors could hear him. On top of that, the woman he was with was indeed furious when she found out and broke up with him immediately, leaving him nowhere else to go but to his parents. But unfortunately for him, his parents cut off all contact with him and bluntly refused to help him with anything. We don't know the exact reason, but Tony also got fired from his job. His next job was a huge step down in pay. Whatever money he made immediately went towards paying back his debt so he could only afford to live in a dingy apartment with 2 roommates. One night, Tony just up and disappeared. I guess it was all just too much for him. Currently, we don't know his whereabouts. I've been working hard as a single mother trying to raise my child. Of course, my sister and my parents-in-law give me support whenever they can. I'm grateful to everyone who helped me to get out of a severely abusive relationship. I'm living peacefully and happily with my child every day.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe.